Restart. Return to main menu. Entering home screen. Play now is selected. selected. Column, no side is selected. Punt. Away. Go high. No side is selected. Entering home screen. Down. Rosters is selected. Entering. Order depth chart is selected. Entering. Screen. 1 row 58 columns. Left filter Air Force. Right filter QB slot. No players. Georgia sub. Georgia. AH key. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 1. F key. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, WR, F key, slot 1, WR, yes, F key, H key, F key, slot 1, WR. Slot 4, slot 1. Slot 3. Slot 1. Slot 5. Slot 6. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 2. Slot 6. Slot 1. Key. Slot 2. Slot 3. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 1. L key, C, R key, R key, C, L key, C, R key, C, L key, slot 2, slot, R key, slot 2, slot 3, slot 1, slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. slot 1, LT, slot 2, slot 1, slot 1, RT, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2. LT, slot 3, slot 2, slot, LG, C, RG, L, slot 2, slot 2, gray, slot 3, DK, slot 1, gray, slot 2, slot, low, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot, roll, slot 1, slot 1, slot 3, slot 1, slot 3, slot 1, gray, slot, slot, blue, slot 1, gray, slot, slot 1, slot 1, blue, gray, slot 2, slot 1, slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 2. Slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Slot 1, DP. Slot 1, slot 3, slot 1, slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 1, low, slot 2, MLG, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot, slot 2, low, slot 1, slot 1, slot 1, MLG, roll, slot 3, slot, 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 MLG, slot U, slot, roll, slot U, slot 1, C key, slot 4, slot 5, slot, 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 slot U, slot 1, slot 3, slot 4, slot 4, slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, FS. Slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 2, SS, slot 2, slot 1, FS, slot 3, slot 2, slot 2, KR, slot 1, L3 DRG, PW, slot 3, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, SLWR, slot 2, slot 3, slot, RLE. Slot U, slot U, RRE. Slot 1, slot U, RD key. Slot 1, slot U. Slot 1, SUGL key. RD key. Slot U. Slot U. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot U. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot U. Slot 3. Slot 1. Slot 1. SLC key. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot U. Slot 1. Slot 1. Slot 1. Slot 3. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 1. slot 2, slot 3, slot 3, slot 1, U key. Michigan, entering auto reorder pop-up. Are you sure you want to automatically reorder the depth chart? No. AH key. F key. WR. Slot 4. Slot 4. Slot 1. Slot 5. Slot 4. Slot 1. Slot key. Slot 2. Slot 3. Slot 1. L key. C. R key. C. L key. C. R key. C. L key. slot 3, slot, tray, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, slot 2, tray, slot 1, D key, slot 2, slot 1, low, slot, MLD, roll, MLD, slot 1, low, CG, slot 4, slot 5, slot 4, slot 1, slot FS, slot 2, slot 1, slot CG, slot FS, slot 2, slot 2, slot 3, slot 1, slot 1, slot 2, slot 1, SS, slot 2, slot 1, KR, 3DRD, slot 1, SLWR, slot 1, slot RLE, slot 2, slot 1, slot 1, RR, slot 2, slot 1, RD, slot 2, slot 2, SUDLG, slot 2, slot 1, slot FS, SU, slot 2, slot 3, slot 3, slot SLCG, slot slot 1, slot 3, slot 1, slot Slot 3. Slot 1. Yuki. Entering manage roster. Entering create and share screen rosters is selected. Play now is selected. Selected. Hawaii, no. Sam Houston Bearcats. Wake Forest, Air Force, Balls, Air Force, Cal, T, right, Nate, Marshall, Thundering Herd selected. Marshall. My mission. Team. Entering team settings screen. Offensive playbook option. It's offensive tennis. Out. For offensive. Teams. Entering team settings screen. Offensive playbook option is set to Georgia, Hawaii, Houston, Iowa States, Louisiana, North, no, Oklahoma selects, Texas, Oklahoma, Usk. Defensive playbook option is set to 3, 4. Offensive playbook option is set to UNLV. No, yes. Entering game settings screen, you have 9 options. Event type option is set to exhibition is selected. Event type option is set to quick presentation. Time option is set to 6 p.m.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Nice move to keep moving. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Good timing on the quick out.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Toss sweep right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside, get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to run it in. And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lovett. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Wants to throw. It's back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He gave him the dead leg. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's back. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. From the gun, Give on the inside. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Bloomman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The run from the shotgun. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Beck. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right. doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're bringing heat. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this. Get in the sack. Rattle this guy as much as you can. As many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Defense going to use a timeout. Can't afford to have any confusion on the call here. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
On a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Robinson. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Bulldozes his way through. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
That completion leaves us with 2nd and medium. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Grabbed in the middle. It's Loveland. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It is good.
That makes the score Georgia 21, Michigan 17.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And holding on to a first half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Georgia 21, Michigan 17.
And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin side. My goodness.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll throw it on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Etienne. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Wide out in motion. Gonna run it. It's Etienne. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's back. Right down the middle. It's complete. He'll work his way down to the 28. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
Hey, Matt.
Open runway ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. After run, now throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to pass, it's Orji. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Now, fourth down.
Georgia sends out the punt team.
On to punt it away.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Caught on the outside, it's Edwards.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, and in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Morris. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Morris. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The Wolverines want to move quickly. Going up top on first down. Feeling some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Apparently some confusion as the offense calls the timeout. It's their first of the half. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Edwards. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Number 0.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. From the gun. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
At the 31. Now, a 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
All right, there's still life in the opponent because this team just had a chance to pad their lead with that field goal try. They knock it off the post. We've still got a good ball game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw, never gave his receiver a chance.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Orji. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
42. Good enough for a first down.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He'll come out throwing on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Here's a throw downfield late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.
Entering post-game screen, you have 4 options. Stats is selected.